see, what's really going on with him right now, outside of what we know. Something that I'm super curious about is to see just like what's going on behind the scenes with Kanye. Because I really feel like there's a lot we don't actually get to see with him. We get to see the outburst, right? We get to see the statements and things like that, but we actually don't know what's going on behind the scenes with his camp, his circle, and all of that. So I guess that'll be my first question here, to see what's going on behind the scenes with Kanye at the moment. For those of you who do not know, I mean, y'all, I've been hearing about him losing business deals. I personally haven't actually went and listened to some of the comments that he has made that has caused him to lose said business deals, but I do want to know, like I said, what's going on behind the scenes. So let's read, honey. Let's see what, okay. Well, we got cards popping out, baby. So let's get it. Okay, so this is a time, this is y'all, there's a lot of people right now that's truly like not trying to fuck with Kanye no more. I'm not even a few cards in yet, and there's people cutting ties with this man. We got like the 8 of Cups, we got the reverse 4 of Wands, we got Justice. Things are catching up with him. Things are catching up with him right now. There's a lot of people that are really just like not feeling him at the moment. And as we know, something that has also come to light is that, he is losing the business deals, which I just talked about. Like people are backing out of partnerships with him. Does anyone know what I don't even know if it matters. I don't know what he said, but I did see, the t-shirts with Candace Owens. And I know that he made some comments directed towards, is it the Jewish community? So like, yeah. So those are the things that I am definitely aware about. So there's a lot of excuse me, y'all. There's a lot of blowback coming at him right now. And there's a lot of people that just genuinely aren't feeling him, like personally and professionally. In fact, a lot of people are kind of feeling like it's about time. People are feeling, that it's about time. However, there are a lot of people that are feeling conflicted. Like Kanye right now, also something that's showing up is like the High Priestess in reverse. Like something that is very important is that he's not necessarily listening. He's not in a space of receptivity. He's not listening to his team, to the people who have been put here, or his intuition for that matter. I feel like sometimes he knows that he shouldn't say certain things, or he shouldn't do things, or especially act impulsively, but he kind of does it anyway, because he just, he's kind of acting out based off of his emotions or whatever, is happening at the time. So that is what's causing a lot of friction right now. There are very personal relationships for him right now that are definitely like being affected with the reverse lover. Okay, with the reverse lovers card. And however, some of what Kanye has been doing, or some of the things that he's been saying, some of the actions that he's been taking as far as his business, he feels confident in that. Like he's satisfied with some of the things that have been happening, in a way. Like he feels like I said what I said, and he feels like he's gonna be okay at the end of the day, regardless of what happens. Like there are a lot of things on the table for him that he feels like he's gonna be okay with. Like, hey, I might take some L's here and there, but he really feels like he can move past that, or this is something that's going to be temporary for him. He feels like it is going to take him a minute. It is going to take him a minute, because we've got we've got the 6 of Swords, reverse death and strength. It's going to take him a minute to get past, or he feels like get past, but he also understands this is going to be hard to get past. There's actually going to be more coming to light, you all, about people who have cut ties with him or feel a certain way about him in the future. And it's going to prolong him getting past this entire situation. He has a lot of contracts, he has a lot of obligations and things like that on the table, and he feels like he does acknowledge the fact that he does need to go take a minute. If you can see that, this is actually a beautiful depiction of this card, by the way. I love this deck. I think I talk about it every time we do a reading, but he does acknowledge the fact that he needs to take a break. He does need to spend some time in solitude, because that's actually something that helps Kanye when he gets into these hysterical states, and when he starts, making a lot of moves that are sometimes out of his control. Something that does help him is going into solitude in a healthy way, though, taking a break, listening to his thoughts, because something else that's coming across is like, yeah, people can give Kanye advice, but at the end of the day, Kanye's advice is what's the most important to Kanye. There are people in his life that have his ear, and there are people that, be like, hey, I think you should do this. He'd be like, yeah, I hear you. But at the end of the day, Kanye is really one of those people that's like, if I feel like this in the moment, like, this is how I'm going to respond. And so there's been a lot of that happening. And behind the scenes, people, I actually get that some of his long-term supporters, or people who have been in his camp previously, people who are always like, nah, Kanye is a genius, those people are now coming to the point where they're kind of like, oh, this is a real mess. I really genuinely don't know. Like, I don't know if my man is making the right decisions. And a lot of people are just in his personal circle side-eyeing him. Are really side-eyeing him right now. They're like, this is getting really bad. And I think that something that's also being displayed here is that people are worried about not just reputation-wise, how his actions affect his legacy, but people are worried about how this impacts him long-term psychologically. Yes. And they are worried about, like, how this is going to take a toll on his long-term mental health. There's still the energy here of what I'm saying. There's a lot of people rooting for Kanye in his camp and in his circle. And right now there's a lot of moving parts. Like, there's a lot of people like supporting him, like, yo, I'm here for you. Let's do this. And there's a lot of people that's just like, hell no, like, hey, this is not what I signed up for right now. You know what I mean? Because what it looks like is that some of his actions right now are actually affecting the people that are around him. And that's causing confusion within the circle for him. So it looks like there's a lot that's really going on behind the scenes. Something that's also being highlighted is, Kanye is also struggling. He wants to move forward, but he's not willing to, because remember, we got the Six of Swords, we have the Death and the Strength cards also in reverse here. Kanye wants to get past the storm. And I think we joke about this sometimes, like, so like, you just want to be on the other side of the storm sometimes. You just want to be healed and just skip all the stuff. So in Kanye's case, something that I'm seeing here right now is he don't want to go through, he doesn't want to let his ego take a backseat, is the best way to describe it. He doesn't want to let ego chill for a second and work on those issues. He just kind of wants to be on the other side of it. Like ASAP. He wants to be on the other side of everything that he's dealing with. Something else that I'm seeing is he is a very resilient person, extremely resilient. And he's going to keep trying to find a way to make his plans happen. And he also, like I said, he still has people that are riding with him, even though there are a lot of people in his personal camp that are side-eyeing him. He has people right now. He's really kind of trying to keep a really cohesive group right now. But however, he really still has a vision of what he wants his life to look like and what he wants his kids' life to look like. So he's going to continue to go after that. regardless of what's thrown at him. The only thing that's going to stop Kanye is, like, I don't know, something big. It's going to be extreme external force, because he's not giving up right now, is what I can see from there, which it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense given what we've seen from him previously. So if I'm reading y'all, definitely drop the pink flower emoji. How's your Cash App looking, Soleil? Have you got any Cash Apps yet?
No, they're stingy with the love offerings. They're stingy with the scale emojis.
It's
a stingy bunch watching us tonight.
Yeah, let the love flow, y'all. Okay, I'm not sure if I want to finish now. I haven't seen no pink flowers in the chat in a minute. Gas me up, you all, especially if you all are enjoying tonight's reading. I'm actually kind of torn. I really want to, but I think I should let Kim K rest, because she's living her life. She's doing the best that she can to move on from this man. But part of me kind of wants to ask, how Kim is feeling, or do we want to know if Kanye regrets his actions?
I want to know if he regrets his actions. I'm more interested in that.
Yeah, let's look and see if Kanye actually regrets his actions.
Because Geminis and regret is hilarious. They do not like to admit when they're wrong.
Look, I'm scared to pull these cards. Kanye, child. Does Kanye regret his actions? Is there any regret or remorse that he is feeling at this time? Let's see. Oh, girl, yeah. Kanye definitely regretting some of them decisions. He's definitely, we've got the Lovers in reverse, just like first card. He's definitely at least questioning himself for sure. And I think it's very funny that you said Gemini. I actually didn't know that. But so going forward, yeah, Kanye is definitely regretting some of his decisions. Right now, he's taking the time. He's actually going over everything with a fine-tooth comb right now. I'm getting the energy of not only paying attention to a lot of the things that he has said, you all, but also going over legal. This is him scrolling over documents. I wish you all could see the picture here, but this is him like literally going over everything with a fine-tooth comb, going over his deals, contracts, upcoming things he has planned. He's looking over everything right now. Because he does, like, he's like, I might have messed up a little bit, but still very much that energy of resilience. Kanye is actually looking for, right now, he's looking for things that he may have missed. There's like a concern that's coming up, is if some of the information that he stated on record is actually accurate. And he's wondering if that's going to have long-term consequences based off of if the information is actually accurate or not. So right now, he's really concerned with his words. He's really, really concerned with if things are going to catch up to him long-term based off of some of the things that he said, or if right now he's looking at, he's literally looking at the ins and the outs of all contracts. He's purposely trying to gain a different perspective over everything that he has in his life, because what is also being said is that there's a lot of things that Kanye is unaware of, or that he feels that he's unaware of with this particular card. He feels like there are things that he doesn't see all the way. And so right now is the time to really take inventory for him. Right now is really a time for him to review every small detail. No page is being unturned right now in his business life, and also in his personal life as well. Kanye is definitely concerned about losing his legacy, which came up in the last reading, but he's also he's deeply concerned. Right now, he is feeling regretful of losing the respect of some of the people that have been in his corner long term. He really hopes that he can rekindle and fix some of these relationships. These people who have poured into him, these people who love him. He really hopes that he can bring those relationships back to life. He really hopes that he can foster new relationships as well, after losing some of the relationships that he has, with all of this going on. He really wants to not only rekindle some of those old ones, but he wants to spark new ones. He's looking for new business deals. He's looking for new business deals. He's looking for new ways to make money, and also to just expand his brand. It's it's not looking too good. I think that there's a lot of investors that are behind the scenes that have pulled money from Kanye West. Mm-hmm. And this is really taking a toll on him. He is exhausted. His team is exhausted. And quite frankly, a lot of people are tired of repositioning based off of his sole actions. A lot of people are tired. He's exhausted. A lot of members of his team are exhausted, and they're just tired of looking around for, okay, well, we fell out with, I don't know, Adidas. If we fell out with this person, they're tired of looking for, and doing, the deep dives to try to navigate when, they feel like he might have had good things set up from the beginning. That also further confirms, us seeing the Ace of Cups. This is us seeing him, looking and wanting for and yearning for his relationships to be fixed. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while because the last two cards, the last final cards, that I'm seeing for Kanye are the reverse 8 of Wands, but then we end with the 10 of Pentacles. So what this talks about is there is going to be a slowdown in momentum. I feel like this is something that he's experiencing now, and also carrying into the next couple of months into the new year. He's still going to be, he's going to be getting shut down. There's going to be major brands. There's going to be companies who are not going to do work with him. Mm-hmm. Projects that he has on the table right now, musical projects with artists, are being slowed down right now. Business deals are being slowed down, or at least paused temporarily until they can figure out what the next step is. However, with this reading ending how it ends, Kanye's still going to be okay financially. Like, he's still going to be able to provide for his descendants. His children are going to be more than cared for, right? However, this has, kind of set up a delay for him. This has kind of put a rock in a hard place for him as far as his business dealings and things like that are concerned. So that's the read for Mr. Kanye.
So fuel my fire, take me higher, I'll be your liar too.